are born in the 1980s or 1990s, chances are you would have known of Britney Spears. Over the years, the iconic singer has sold over 100 million records worldwide and has been nominated for 8 Grammy Awards and 6 American Music Awards, winning 1 from each of these. She has also won 8 Billboard Music Awards from 21 nominations. Britney has also had multiple top 10 singles, including Baby One More Time and Whoops, I Did It Again. According to Forbes, Spears' net worth is estimated to be about $60 million as of this year. This may come as a surprise to some of us, considering there are several other singers with careers similar to Spears and yet having nearly double her net worth. So what happened? For one, Britney hasn't worked as much as she used to. In fact, she stopped doing television commercials in 2015. Spears also hasn't released new music since 2016, and she stopped touring in 2018. In the past, she has been open about her struggles with depression and bipolar disorder. She even has a song titled, "I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman," that is about her struggles with puberty and growing up. In her documentary, she talks about how the pressures of being in the spotlight caused her to have a mental breakdown. She had been under the conservatorship of her father, Jamie Spears, since 2008, when she was hospitalized following a breakdown. The purpose of a conservatorship is to protect someone who cannot make decisions for themselves and have full control over the individual's finances, property, medical care, or other personal affairs. In order to be appointed as Britney's conservator, he had to go through a review process by 2 different courts. According to him, he does this to keep Britney from engaging in risky behavior or acting out of anger. He stated at the time in an interview with People magazine, "It is a very stressful time for her and the family. I want to help make sure she gets the care and support that she needs." She has been hospitalized several times in the past due to her mental illness. She was first hospitalized in 2004 after a suicide attempt following a turbulent period of substance abuse, and has been in and out of treatment centers since then. In 2008, Spears made headlines when she shaved her head, citing stress as the reason for this incident, which made headlines all over the world. So how did it go so horribly wrong for her? Britney Jean Spears was born on the 2nd of December 1981 in Mississippi, and she spent her growing up years in Kentwood, Louisiana. She loved performing and began singing and dancing at age 2, and very soon began competing in talent shows. At the age of 8, she auditioned for Disney's television show, The All-New Mickey Mouse Club, but was deemed too young for the program. Undeterred, she tried again at age 11 and finally became a cast member of the all-new Mickey Mouse Club, joining an ensemble of child performers that included future pop stars Justin Timberlake and Christina Aguilera. She dated Timberlake for 4 years. Spears married dancer Kevin Federline in 2004, and the marriage lasted 2 years and resulted in 2 beautiful boys, Sean Preston and Jaden James. Federline maintained custody of their boys following their divorce. In the meantime, Britney's fame kept climbing. However, it was clear that as her stardom rises, the more Britney began to experience bouts of mental exhaustion. And finally, in 2008, her father stepped in to become her conservator following a very public mental breakdown and hospitalization. We will break down the terms of her conservatorship and also explore the details. According to reports, Jamie Spears was receiving a salary of about $16,000 per month, plus $2,000 a month for office space rent to act as Britney's conservator. Jamie also received a percentage of Britney's tour profits and other projects. In 2014, he took home more than $2 million from her Las Vegas residency, Piece of Me, which went on to earn a reported $138 million across nearly 250 shows. throughout her career, Spears' tours have grossed between $300,000 to over $4 million per show. She was also reported to earn $8 million in her Pepsi endorsement deal. In contrast, Britney was only given $2,000 a week, a stark contrast to the millions she brought in. We will now explore the dark details of her conservatorship. According to Alex Lasov, a former employee of Black Box Security, the security firm ran an intense surveillance operation that monitored her communications and secretly captured audio recordings from her bedroom. The 30-year-old employee, who worked with the firm for 9 years, supported his claims with emails, text messages, and audio recordings. It really reminded me of somebody that was in prison, and security was put to be the prison guards essentially, he said. According to Mr. Spears, his constant monitoring was to protect her from harm and bad influences, but he even monitored his daughter's text message conversations with her mother, her boyfriend, her close friends, children, and even her court-appointed lawyer. Britney ultimately could not leave her home without the presence of security personnel. As conservator of the estate, Mr. Spears controls his 39-year-old daughter's nearly $60 million fortune and has the authority to employ workers for her. Britney, who was in Paris for her Piece of Me tour in 2018, spent time at a mental health treatment facility, and it appears to be the turning point in her conservatorship. According to reports, Mr. Spears was interested in his daughter's romantic partners, and the security team followed them, looking for any evidence that they might be a bad influence on her, or otherwise a leading cause to her erratic behavior. Her boyfriends were required to sign strict non-disclosure agreements, which technically forbade them to post on social media about Miss Spears without her father's prior written approval. The firm had billed more than $100,000 in 2014 for investigating and surveilling Miss Spears' boyfriend at the time. The boyfriend, David Lucado, said he had been aware at the time that he was being followed by private investigators, and he said he had called 911 twice because of dangerous stealing situations. He said he believed he might have been more of a target because he was encouraging Miss Spears to understand her legal rights under the conservatorship. Welcome to 1% of Society channel, where elite minds enjoy a luxury lifestyle. If you like our content, please like and subscribe. Stay with us, because good news is soon on the horizon. The controversial conservatorship that controlled pop star Britney Spears' personal and financial affairs for 13 years has finally ended following a court ruling on November 12, 2021. After the landmark court hearing in Los Angeles, the star described it as the best day ever. All parties were in agreement on the conservatorship ending, including the star's father and mother, Lynn, who joined the hearing virtually. And the conservatorship was terminated without the need for a psychiatric evaluation. Key to the monumental decision to bring it to an end was Spears' emotional testimony in June. The star told the court she wanted to get married and have another child, but claimed she was not allowed to as she had been made to use birth control. Jamie Spears, who has repeatedly said he has only ever acted in his daughter's best interests, has been accused of financially benefiting from the conservatorship. However, his lawyers maintain that it was his smart money management that saved the singer from financial ruin. So what has Britney been up to since being freed? Now that the conservatorship is over, Spears is able to marry the love of her life, 27-year-old Sam Ashari. She met him on the set of a music video in 2016, and they have been together ever since. Spears announced in April excitedly that she was expecting her first child with Ashari, in which he subsequently confirmed in a post of his own. Marriage and kids are a natural part of a strong relationship filled with love and respect. Fatherhood is something I have always looked forward to, and I don't take it lightly. It is the most important job I will ever do. The couple announced in May 2022 that the bride-to-be was no longer pregnant, but vowed to keep trying for a baby. The big question on everyone's mind: will they have a prenup? Spears had previously filed a court report that states she does not want her dad to interfere with her prenuptial agreement. This might be an area of concern when it comes to the amount of money Britney Spears has ahead of their wedding to Sam Asghari. Asghari has since joked on Instagram, "Of course, we're getting an ironclad prenup to protect my Jeep and shoe collection in case she dumps me one day." Spears, for her part, showed off a glimpse of her wedding dress via Instagram in May 2022, posting a photo with her new cat sitting on her lawn veil. "Donatella Versace is making my dress as we speak," she quoted in the post. According to Asghari, "Our lives have been a real-life fairy tale." Britney has made it clear that none of her family will be invited to her wedding. The two have presumably decided on a wedding location after previously choosing between Greece, New York, or Australia. Britney has also been posting a series of almost nude pictures on Instagram, which leaves absolutely nothing to the imagination. Was this in response to her freedom or something else? Well, whatever it is, we wish Britney all the best in her next chapter in life. Thanks for watching with us at 1% of Society. Keep on rocking, you guys.